Alright YouTube, what's the story? It's Example. Welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for clicking on the video, and in today's video I'm going to be running you through some 4-2-2 tactics. Yes, another formation to do tactics on. Thank the Lord above. Alright, but yeah, so I've been using this pretty often at the moment. I'm playing against pros non-stop at the moment, and it's a lot. It is tough, but I like the formation. It's good. Would I think it's better than 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1? Not always, but if I find my opponent he's always leaving himself exposed down the wings, I would switch to the 4-2-2 because it's so focused on the wing play, you know what I mean? So that is why I've been using it and why I think it's going to be good and why I'm going to give you the tactics, because if you realize your opponent is doing the same and he's giving up them wings, change to the 4-2-2. It's a bit more press forward than the 4-4-2, and it'll allow you to expose his wingers and fullbacks a lot more often. Alright, boys and girls, let's get into it. Are you ready? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. So this is my team. It hasn't changed a single peep for a while now. And in the custom tactics, we're going to head on in 4-2-2, and this is the tactics that I use for it. The reason I have width as 30 is on the defense is because I like my defense nice and compact, hard to get into, hard to you know what I mean, penetrate as such. Once they're kind of close and tight, I don't really mind. If you put it too wide, a few gaps that open up through the middle, I'd rather that just not be the case. And I have fast enough fullbacks to allow, you know, narrow width. So I just think it's nice. It kind of counteracts people trying to go for that finesse shot as well. So that's why I choose that. 40 depth, again, mostly to go against the finesse shot. I think max is 60 this year. Nobody will use over 60 because it just becomes useless. But 40 is fine, all right? Everything is pretty deep this year. And because your defense goes deep already, you're better off having it at about 40. Next up, we have build-up play. I always leave this on balanced. If you want to watch some of my other custom tactics videos, you'd already know what I think of balanced on build-up play and chance creation. Again, long ball is an idea, just not for me personally. It's the only one that I find would actually be of any use. The rest just the rest are useless, I think, anyway. And then we have chance creation and balanced. You know, I see people, you know, possession forward runs, direct passing. Balanced is just the best, all right? I'm going to be honest. Again, 40 width down here, you know, the same on the defensive style. So I don't have to, you know, my players aren't going from really narrow to really wide or from really wide to really narrow, that kind of thing. So, yeah, 40 is fine. 40 kind of lines up the finesse nicely for yourself. It also defends nicely against it. Well, I suppose the width here is 30, but it's fine. 30 and 40 is very, very small, minute difference. But players in box, I have 3. It doesn't really matter all that much. I think the winger coming around the back there is probably the best idea for a cross, but it's not that important. It's not exactly what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is overload the wings, and people will be in the middle for you anyway. Don't worry about it. Corners and free kicks, I just leave on 1. Because counters are so good right now, and it's so tough, so tough to kind of get around that. So don't worry about this. This is fine. We'll deal with it. Counters on the corners and free kicks are ridiculous. So yeah, just leave them as that. The formation and what I try and do. So we have our normal defense as usual. Kante to the left, Vieira on the right. I have Son and Ram and Ronaldo and Lam. This might annoy some people because they look at Ronaldo and think he should be striker, but trust me when I say he plays better in Lam. We need the pace of Mbappe, and we need the 5-star of Granola, or Granola as I call him on stream. If you want to check that out, link is below as well. But yeah, man, these two are really good together. I'm going to leave them there. Ronaldo, probably the first person to get taken off in-game as well. So that's the way I do that. Now, let's go down into the fullbacks. Stay back while attacking. This could be balanced depending on what you like. I just leave it on. I leave it on this. I think it just suits me better. Stay back while attacking. They don't really do much going forward other than annoy people. So, and you can get countered. So let's just leave it as is. Our right defensive mid, man mark, stay back while attacking and cover center. I just find it the best this way. And as well, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking and cover center. Okay. So we have obviously Kante, who likes to intercept the ball. And we have Vieira, who likes to bully people while they're on the ball. So this kind of makes sense to me. Ram, I haven't actually touched the Ram and Lam at all here. I feel like when you have them on basic, they don't actually come back that far. But if you have them on stay forward, they stay really high, you know? So I just leave them on basic defense. It could be an option later on in the game if you are losing to put on to stay forward. And as well, usually I would play with the balance get into the the support on crosses get into the box for cross. But I feel like it's better if you don't with this formation this year, because if you do, then there's a lot of gap. There's a lot of gap there and very little for anybody really to make up for that ground that you've just lost in space. So I just leave them on balance for now. Again, you could put them and get into the box or cross. It's something you're going to have to tamper with. But for me personally, I found this to be the best way. And then for my strikers, it's just stay forward, and then everything else is balanced, all right? Because I feel like getting behind, it can be counterintuitive at times, and it just kind of annoys me a little bit. So it is what it is. I've kind of just left it with stay forward. The reason I have stay forward on my strikers, and usually on any striker that I do play with, is for stamina. They will use less stamina if they're always staying forward. And as well, then when they're trying to press from the front, they can do that without trying to drop a little bit deeper. Okay, so they're always forward. They're always either pressing or, you know, waiting for the counter. So that's exactly why I choose that. And again, it is a really good formation. I really like it. One thing I'll mention as well, press after possession loss with the 4-2-2 is pretty nice at times. I will change the press after possession loss if I'm losing later on in the game. The reason for that is it's like a blanket. It's like a, I don't know, like a U-shaped blanket of defenders and midfielders that come forward, and it kind of drowns your opponent in a bit of pressure. It is pretty good at that. So it's an idea for you guys as well. If you do find yourself, give it a go if you want. I've been using it at times, and it does work. So yeah, I do like the 4-2-2. Is it my go-to? I don't know. I like 4-4-2 a lot as well. I like 4-2-3-1. 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1 wide. A lot of formations are viable this year, and I do like this one, don't get me wrong. But is it my favorite? It wouldn't be my favorite just yet. But if you find your opponent being exposed on the wings, this is definitely the best formation. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that was just a quick video to give you guys a bit of insight into the 4-2-2. If you want to see more, or you want to see some gameplay from it, do let me know. I haven't been including gameplay in it because I don't think a lot of people really care about gameplay. They know that I'm a high level, that I'm top 200 and rivals in the world and all that crap. So, yeah, pretty much that is the end of the video. Thank you very much. Wait, what? Thank you very much for watching. It's been Example. Good luck. I'm an idiot.